There's a moment almost nobody talks about. It's not when you submit the audition form. It's not when you start training. It's not even when you step into the audition room. It's the moment right before your name is called. You're standing there, not panicking yet, not confident either, just suddenly aware that every single hour you spent practicing is about to be judged in less than 2 minutes. And in that moment, two types of people exist. People who think, I hope this goes well, and people who think, I know exactly what I'm about to do. That difference has nothing to do with talent.
It's preparation. This video isn't here to motivate you or sell you a dream. It's here to make sure that when 2026 auditions come, you don't walk out wondering what went wrong. This video is structured. By the end of it, you will understand exactly how auditions are evaluated in 2026, and more importantly, how to prepare in a way that aligns with that system. So here's how this video works. We're going through 8 chapters. Each chapter handles one part of the audition process, not as isolated skills, but as a connected system. If you stay until the end, you won't just know what to practice. You'll know why, how, and what to prioritize. And once you understand that, preparation becomes calmer, not chaotic. Because auditions don't reward hope, they reward readiness. If you're watching this because you're genuinely considering auditioning, like the video and subscribe. Not for numbers, but so you stay connected to realistic preparation instead of misinformation. Now let's get into it properly. Chapter 1. How K-pop auditions actually work in 2026. One of the biggest mistakes people make is preparing for auditions using outdated advice. In 2026, auditions are no longer about discovering raw, untrained potential. They are filter systems. Companies are no longer asking, can this person be trained? They are asking, is this person already disciplined enough to survive training? That means audition panels are evaluating 3 things at the same time. First, your current skill level. Second, how efficiently you seem trainable. Third, how stable you are under pressure. Even if they never say it out loud. This is why 2 people with similar talent can audition on the same day and get completely different outcomes. One looks like a future trainee, the other looks like a liability. Your preparation needs to reflect that reality. Chapter 2. Vocals. What judges actually listen for. Vocal auditions in 2026 are not about impressive high notes. They're about control under stress. Panels listen for pitch stability when nervous, breath control under adrenaline, tone consistency across phrases, recovery after small mistakes. Cracking once won't eliminate you. Losing control will. That's why song choice matters more than vocal range. The non-obvious song rule. Never choose a song where the hardest part is in the first 15 seconds. Every line sits at the top of your range. You need perfect conditions to sound good. Choose a song where the beginning is comfortable. The emotional peak happens later. You can sing it accurately even on a bad day. Judges don't reward ambition. They reward judgment. How to train vocals for auditions, not performances. Most people train vocals like they're preparing for a stage. Audition rooms are not stages. They're dry, quiet, and uncomfortable. You should practice singing immediately after light movement, singing without background music, singing while maintaining eye contact, singing in uncomfortable keys and rooms. If your voice only sounds good in ideal conditions, it's not audition ready. Chapter 3. Dance. Why good dancers still fail. Dance auditions are competitive in 2026, not because choreography is harder, but because standards are clearer. Judges are evaluating body control, timing, accuracy, transitions, spatial awareness, facial intention, not just energy. The cleanliness principle. A dancer performing 80% difficulty cleanly will always beat a dancer doing 100% difficulty messily, because companies are thinking about group synchronization, injury risk, retraining speed. Uncontrolled movement looks expensive to train. How to prepare dance correctly. You should have one choreography that highlights control, one that shows versatility, strong foundational drills. Filming yourself is mandatory, not to criticize, but to identify. Rushed transitions, inconsistent timing, uncontrolled arms. These are the first things judges notice. Chapter 4. Rap. Why most rappers fail without realizing it. Rap auditions are quietly one of the most misunderstood parts of K-pop auditions. Not because rap is difficult, but because people confuse expression with control. In 2026, rap auditions are not about proving that you're powerful, intimidating, or aggressive. They're about proving that you understand rhythm, restraint, and intention. Audition panels have seen thousands of rappers who come in loud, fast, and confident, and still fail within seconds. Why? Because volume hides weakness, but it doesn't fix it. What judges actually listen for is whether you can stay inside the beat, not fight it, whether you can breathe without breaking rhythm, whether your tone stays stable when your adrenaline spikes. A common mistake is trying to sound like someone else. Borrowing another idol's tone, accent, or delivery style might feel safer, but it does the opposite. It tells the panel you don't understand your own voice yet. In 2026, authenticity is not a buzzword. It's a filtering tool. If you're performing a cover rap, judges pay attention to how naturally the rhythm sits in your voice, whether your pronunciation stays clear under speed, whether your delivery changes when nerves hit. If you're performing an original rap, the standards are higher, not lower. Your lyrics must be understandable on first listen, fit your natural speaking rhythm, avoid forced imagery or exaggerated toughness. Panels are not asking, is this person impressive? They're asking, can this person be trained without rebuilding everything? That's the difference. Chapter 5. Visuals. What looking ready actually means in 2026. When people hear visuals, they immediately think of beauty standards. That's outdated. In 2026, visuals are about camera readiness and adaptability, not perfection. Audition panels are subconsciously assessing one thing: how easily can this person fit into different concepts? That's why overly styled looks backfire. Heavy makeup, dramatic outfits, or forced aesthetics don't make you memorable. They limit how the panel can imagine you. Instead, they evaluate facial clarity under neutral lighting, posture when standing still, expression control when not performing, presence during silence. Silence matters. How you stand while waiting, listening, or being watched tells them as much as your performance. Simple clothing works because it shows body lines clearly, movement accurately, confidence without dependency. This is also why uncomfortable clothes are a silent mistake. If your outfit restricts movement or distracts you, judges see it immediately. Your goal isn't to define your image. Your goal is to prove that you are moldable. That's what visual potential really means. Chapter 6. Introductions. The first and quietest elimination round. This part is uncomfortable to hear, but necessary. A large number of people fail auditions before they perform, not officially, not verbally, but mentally, because introductions reveal preparedness, self-awareness, emotional control. When someone rambles, over-explains, or nervously jokes, it signals uncertainty. In an audition setting, uncertainty reads as risk. Your introduction should not express personality, it should express clarity. The structure matters. Name, age, nationality, position focus. Nothing else. No backstory, no jokes, no justification. Panels already have your application. This moment is not about impressing, it's about stabilizing the room. A calm, clear introduction subtly tells them this person can handle structure, and structure is everything in training. Chapter 7. Mental preparation, the part that decides everything. Most people believe auditions are lost because of skill. In reality, many auditions are lost after the first mistake. The moment something goes wrong, a voice crack, a missed step, a lyric slip. Some people recover, others spiral. Panels watch this carefully, not because they're cruel, but because training environments are stressful by default. If one mistake breaks you emotionally, it suggests future problems. This is why mental preparation is not optional. You need to train your nervous system to recognize pressure as normal. That means performing full runs without stopping, practicing when tired, simulating auditions without feedback, intentionally, allowing small mistakes and continuing. The goal is not perfection. The goal is emotional stability during imperfection. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means your self-worth is not attached to a single performance. That's professionalism. Chapter 8. Audition day. Execution over emotion. By the time audition day arrives, preparation is already over. Audition day is not for fixing things. It's for executing what you already trained. This is where many people sabotage themselves. They change songs. They rethink choreography. They over-adjust visuals. All of that introduces instability. Instead, audition day should feel familiar. You warm up the same way you practiced. You perform the same material you trusted before. You enter the room already knowing the sequence. Calmness stands out, not excitement, not desperation. When you perform with intention rather than urgency, it changes how you're perceived. Judges don't remember panic, they remember control. And control is what signals readiness. You know what usually happens after someone watches a video like this? They don't think, okay, I'm ready. They think, I know what to do, but why do I still feel like something could go wrong? And that feeling isn't doubt, it's awareness. Because once you understand auditions at this level, you also start realizing how many people walk in thinking they're prepared and still walk out confused about what went wrong. Not because they weren't talented, not because they didn't practice, but because they failed in ways nobody warned them about. Small things, silent mistakes, moments that seem harmless, until they cost you the entire audition. That's why, before you train harder or audition again, there's one thing you should understand clearly. Not how to succeed, but why people fail, even when they're good. That video is on the screen now. Watch it before you step into any audition room, because avoiding one mistake can matter more than adding one more hour of practice.